Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gnome Lord, bringing you yet another Mortal Kombat X tutorial. This tutorial is going to be teaching you how to use Tremors Brutalities. So without any further ado, if you would like to see a specific brutality, feel free to hop on down to the description below, where you will find timestamps to help you get there. Otherwise, if you're interested in seeing all of Tremors Brutalities, and stick along with me, I'm going to be starting with the Aftershock variation. And I just gotta say, holy hell, Tremor is probably one of the best DLC characters I have seen in the game so far. He is definitely someone I am planning on playing without a doubt. I love everything about him. I love his fatalities, I love his brutalities, I love his 3 variations. He is fantastic, and for that very reason, just for the fact that I was so hyped for Tremor and so excited more than anyone else of the other 3 DLC characters to be announced, I will also be featuring both of his fatalities at the end of the video for anyone who's not seen them yet, along with my face cam to help give you guys a reaction. So, without any further ado, let's hop right into it. I'm going to be starting with the Aftershock variation, and we'll see you there. Alright guys, so first up, we have the Blood Rock Brutality. In order to perform this brutality, you can be in any one of Tremor's variations. Now what's key to doing this properly is you're going to want to finish up your opponent with the rock bottom x-ray, and then while you go to perform that x-ray, you're going to need to hold down during the final hit. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and provide an example. So, easy enough, everyone should know how to do an x-ray now. X-ray, my apologies, everyone should know how to do an x-ray by now, because they are just a staple in the franchise at this point. They're fantastic, and I really hope they don't go anywhere anytime soon. Simply enough, though, as you can see, we already have our 3 special meter bars filled, which is required in order to pull off this x-ray, as most people are already aware. And again, all you're really going to do is hold down and simply hit your back triggers, which on the PlayStation is, of course, L2 and R2, and on the Xbox, it is left trigger and right trigger. So, without any further ado, once more, do your x-ray to finish off your opponent and hold down. Let's go for it. Ooh. And you'll know immediately if you got it if the entire health bar of your opponent turns red, but holy hell, there we have it. What a way to start off this brutality. I really enjoy this one. It's great. Again, I mentioned in previous videos that I love x-rays that can transition into brutalities because they offer so much more variety and the way that you can kill your opponent, and really, there's just nothing better than seeing your opponent get impaled, especially after you so brutally beat them with an x-ray right beforehand. So, on to our next one. Alright guys, so next up we have the Rumble Trouble Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you can be in any one of Tremor's variations. Now what's key to doing this properly is you must finish off your opponent with the Ground Quake, which is an enhanced version of your Ground Pulse. Now, when your Ground Quake does hit your opponent, you need to make sure all 3 hits connect, or this brutality will not work correctly. Other than that, that's all there is to it, so let's go ahead and provide an example. Now, to do a general ground pulse, which is not what we're focusing on, is down down B, or down down circle on the PlayStation, and it should look something like this. Very simple, but again, what we're going to be focusing on is the Ground Quake, which is the enhanced version of ground pulse, and that is down down B, right trigger, or down down circle, R2, and it should look like this. Now you'll notice all 3 of the hits that go on ahead and hit your opponent on the legs, and that's what we're going to be focusing on. And the best advice I could give you is just watch your opponent's movements. If they're jumping around a lot, wait till the split second that they're about to hit the ground, or if they're running at you, go ahead and do this. It's a great time to do it. Just again, watch your opponent when you go to do this, because it's really key to just making sure you get all 3 of those hits to go ahead and do it. So, let's go ahead and provide our final example. Get our opponent weak enough. That should be more than enough. And again, finish off your opponent with the Ground Quake, which is down down B, right trigger, or down down circle, R2. Let's go for it. Boom. This one gets better as it goes along, I promise. So he sits down and bows. Our opponent's frozen, and there we have it. Yeah! That, whew! If it wasn't good enough, the fact that he turns him to stone, it's even more badass that he doesn't quite shatter him, but he knocks his skeleton out of the rocks. I love it. Fantastic. Tremor just blew me away with his brutalities. I really just cannot get over it yet. I've only maybe played him for an hour so far, but already he's going to be one of my favorites to be mastering in this game. So, on to our next brutality. Alright guys, so next up we have the Rockhead Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you're going to want to be in Tremor's Aftershock variation. Now what's key to doing this properly is you must be at about jump distance away from the opponent, and you want your final hit to come from either a rock toss or the enhanced version known as the boulder throw. So without any further ado, allow me to provide you with an example. Now, to do a general rock toss is back forward Y or back forward triangle, and it should look something like this. Simple enough. It's not too strong, but it does the job at a ranged distance. Next up, we're going to do the boulder throw, which of course is the enhanced version, which also is eligible for this brutality. Again, rock toss can be used, but let's go ahead and do the boulder throw, which is back forward Y, right trigger, or back forward triangle R2, and it should look something like this. Simple enough. It obviously does twice the amount of damage, and the ball gets some spikes on it for that extra detail. Now, that's really all there is to this. Again, you're going to want to be at about jump distance away from your opponent when you go to do this. Now, the best way for me and personally to gauge jump distance is to be touching with your opponent and simply do one jump backwards. And that there should be perfect. You, of course, probably won't be able to do this in the match, but I'm doing this to just give you guys a relative idea of what jump distance should look like. So once more, to do this, you can either do a rock toss, which is back forward Y, back forward triangle, or the boulder toss, which we'll go ahead and do, which is back forward Y, right trigger, or back forward triangle R2. Let's go ahead. Ready? And there we have it, my friends. I love this one, mainly because I want you to pay close attention to the rock if you haven't already, and you'll notice there's a bloody smiley face. No better way to make light of a deathly situation. I find that completely hilarious, a great detail added by the developers, and it just makes me love Tremor all the more because it gives a sense of humor to his brutality. So, without any further ado, we'll see you on the next one. Alright guys, so next up we have the It's Me, Tremor Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you're going to want to be in Tremor's metallic variation. Now what's key to doing this properly is you must be at about jump distance away from the opponent, and then you must have gold skin active when you go to perform this, and this can be a little bit confusing because there is gold skin and magma skin in this variation, and sometimes people might get confused, so I'll provide you with a deeper example afterwards. But your final hit should come from either a gold punch or the enhanced version known as the gold launch. So let's go ahead and provide you with some examples and tips. Now, what's a little bit tricky about this variation, it's really not tricky, it's just confusing sometimes to anyone who's new to this variation, rather, is the skin. Now, as you'll notice, my skin right now, the chest and arms, is a shiny golden. Now, if you hit down, down X or down, down square, you'll get the magma's variation. Now, if you do down, back X or down, back square, which is the move you should be doing for your general rock hit, it'll come out magma rather than the rock toss, and that's not what you want. Again, if you see magma burning through any parts of Tremor's body, that means you are in his lava skin variation, of course, and you're going to want to switch back to the gold skin with either down, down X or down, down square. Simple enough. Now, hopefully that clears that up for you guys a little. Just make sure you are in the gold skin variation, because this does help change how things work. Now, we're going to do our rock toss, which is down, back X or down, back square, and it should look something like this. Simple enough, very easy. And then the magma blast or the rock throw, which is the enhanced version, down back X right trigger or down back square R2, and it should look something like this. And that's really all there is to it, my friends. Again, you just want to make sure that you are in the gold variation when you go to pull this off, as it can be difficult otherwise. You won't get the same result, I believe, if you have the magma variation active. Now, let's go ahead and finish off our opponent. Again, to do this, we're going to want to be at about jump distance. Get him a little bit lower, just want to be sure. Alright, again, jump distance, touch your opponent if you have to, jump away, that's jump distance. The gap we have between us right now is perfect jump distance. Now, again, make sure your gold skin is active. We have gold skin now, but if it's burning, that's wrong. That's magma skin, so make sure you do the gold skin. And again, finish your opponent with either a magma shatter, which is down back X or down back square, or if you prefer the enhanced version, the magma blast, down back X right trigger or down back square R2. And they are regularly known in the gold variation as the rock throw or the rock toss, but it will not show up at this in the variation itself. So again, make sure you're in the gold skin and finish up your opponent with the rock throw or a rock toss. Let's go for it. And there we have it, my friends. I love this one because, again, it takes on the aspects of his golden skin and it totally pulls a King Midas on your opponent. What's better than that? Like, I don't think I've seen any other characters doing that either. Sub-Zero comes a little bit close when it comes to freezing opponents. I'll give him that. But Tremor's the only one I've seen so far who's turned someone to solid gold with the Midas touch. Beautiful. I love it. It's literally beautiful. You got some gold there. So, there we have it, my friends. On to the next brutality. Alright guys, so next up we have the Krystal Chaos Brutality. Now in order to perform this brutality, you're going to want to be in the Crystalline variation. Now, What's key to doing this properly is you must summon a crystal in the final round, of course, which is exclusive to the Crystalline variation, and then instead of jumping off that crystal, you want to make sure you throw it at your opponent. So, without any further ado, allow me to provide you with an example. Now, to summon your crystal is down forward A or down forward X on a PlayStation, and it should look something like this. You, of course, will get a crystal, and that is very key to doing this properly. Now, if you hold down in the right button or down in R1, you'll jump off the crystal. That's not what you want to do, however. Now again, let's summon another crystal, which again is down forward A or down forward X. And there we have it, and then we're going to throw it instead by pushing forward right button or forward R1. And there we have it, my friends. It's really that simple. There's not too much to this. It's again just a matter of summoning your crystal and tossing it. So, that being said, let's go ahead and finish this guy up. Summon your crystal and toss it. Woo! That's an amazing feature alone, but pay attention, because here comes the best detail. Ooh, you got his head there. That's beautiful. Amazing. I love it. I know it's really weird to say that such gory, messy, violent things are beautiful, but you have to keep in mind there's a certain art form to this, and there's a certain amount of intelligence, understanding of, you know, different ways the human body can function, and just being able to come up with these brutalities alone requires such creativity and thought, and I love it. It's amazing. Tremor has wholeheartedly impressed me with all of his brutalities and his fatalities. So that being said, I wanted to go ahead and throw in a little bit of an extra bonus, because this, I don't know for a fact, this could be one of our last DLC characters. It's a matter of whether or not we do in fact see the story pack 2, which it will include other characters hopefully, but that's up to Ed Boon in the future. That being said, though, we're going to go ahead and show both fatalities for Tremor because I love him so much. Therefore, I'll see you there. Alright, guys, so first up, we have the Stone Tomb. Let's go ahead and do it. And there we have it. Ooh, we got him by the legs. Ah! Not the way I would want to go, my friends. Holy shit. Ah! And you can you got the little eyeball hanging out there too, and that's just, again, it's a beautiful touch. You got the blood dripping out afterwards, but the eyeball really makes it perfect. If I were to die in such a situation, I'd be horrified knowing that I could not move and these two walls were closing in on me. This fits Tremor's style completely, and I love it. It is fantastic. That being said, let's move on to the second fatality, rather. I'm so used to saying brutalities. Let's move on to the second fatality. Alright, guys, so here we are with our second fatality, known as Stalag-Might. It is not displayed up on screen, but I believe it is the reverse of Stone Tomb, just with a X input or a square input at the end. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we have it, my friends. Oh, right up the ass. Oh my god. My anus hurts just looking at it. Ah! Oh, man. I am so satisfied with these Tremor brutalities and fatalities. He is amazing. In my personal opinion, he is the best one they did in the DLC pack. He is the one when he was announced that I was looking forward to the most. And I was a little bit disappointed to hear that he would be coming out last, but seeing what a badass job they did on him in both brutalities, fatalities, combat styles, and just general moves, and how he does interact with the other characters like you would expect, I'm blown away. I fucking love it. It's amazing. Excuse my French, but I'm just so excited over this character. So there we have it, my friends. I know this is a really weird screen to have an exit, and I know they're usually brutal and bloody, but they're not this close up. But here we have Ermac bleeding out at the spout. So there we have it, my friends. This has been all of Tremor's brutalities. I hope you enjoyed them just as much as I did, and I really hope the video helped you, because that is the overall point. And I hope you also enjoyed the extra fatality bonus, because I no doubt did. Seeing that spike go up his butt really just, that alone could have killed him, and I would have been impressed, because that just, a spike in the butt, it hurts. So there we have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did indeed enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like or a comment down below, letting me know what you thought or what you might like to see from future videos. And if you enjoyed this content in general, feel free to subscribe, because I promise you, there's plenty more coming. So without any further ado, thank you all very much for joining me for this episode, and we'll see you next time, guys. Stay safe, stay happy.